and that's what I calculated in the following pages. Okay, so why don't I work on these? That way you will know how to do it rather than just looking at this example. Let me work on it, it will be much easier. Okay? Alright. So we are following this example. This is what it says, your turn. So they are giving us, hold on, doesn't it say anything else? Page number 135, what do we have? Okay, the main research question is at the bottom of page 135. There, if you look at this research question, the last line, it says conduct a non-directional test with alpha equal 0.05. So we are still dealing with non-directional test. That means this is going to be our alternate hypothesis and null hypothesis. This is not going to change. This will stay the same, non-directional. Our value of alpha, it says 0.05, so it will still remain the same. So let's see how we are going to work on these things. Step 1, write down the hypothesis first. So your null hypothesis and your alternate hypothesis. Is done. Next one is step 2. Step 2, we write down what are the things given to us. It says alpha is 0.05, degrees of freedom equal n1 plus n2 minus 2. So what do we have here? How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14. So it will be 14 minus 2.
It's only 13.
Huh?
13. It's only 13.
76.
Oh, right. I'm looking at the wrong. 13 minus 2, that is 11. So our degrees of freedom is 11, and based on that degrees of freedom and value of alpha, we look at our T critical. So look at the first column, degrees of freedom 11. Go to your right, look for two-tailed test, and our T value is 2.201. So T critical .201. So this is step 2. Step 3, we have 4 different sub-steps. So first sub-step, we look at all the values given to us. So x1 square, x2 square, and we have 8, 10, 9, 7, 8, 11, 12. And this one we have 7, 6, 8, 10, 7, 9. So if we are squaring it, this will be 64, 100, 81, 49, 64, 121, 144. be 49, 36, 64, 100, 49, 81. Once we are done with these, then we will write sum of x, and then this one will be sum of x1 squared, and this one we have 65. This one we have 623. From this sum of x1 and sum of x2, we have to find out the mean. So you can write it as x1 bar, or you can write it as m1 equals 65 divided by what? 7. By 7, and that will be 9.2. And this one will be or into equal 7.8. Just by looking at these values, M1 and M2, you can just see that they are not equal, that's for sure. But we have to prove that they are not equal statistically, and that's why we do all these calculations. The next thing, this is the first step in step 3. Then second one, we are doing this SS1, and that formula is sum of x1 squared minus second one, we do the same thing. This is the second sub step for step number 3. Now we are going to do the third one. Third one, we are going to do this difference between means. Again, you can write it as SM1 minus M2. Either way is fine.